Welcome back to the prison call life. This is DeadMf. We are back again. We are back again in the prison call life. Hope you guys been doing good, cause I've been doing good, man. Just been busy, that's all. But I've been doing good. Hope you guys been safe. Hope you guys been doing good, man. And now, if you've been looking at the community post, then you probably think I found God by now. But that could be much further from the truth, you know? Because, man, let me tell you, and I have in the past, see, you know, when it comes to matters like this, you know, especially Christianity, because, I mean, I was raised in a Christian family, you know? And you know, which is a norm if you come from South Africa, because if you come from South Africa, at least 70% of the country is Christian, you know, which is why the country's fucked up because it's Christian, you know, at least 70%, you know. And so majority of this video is really gonna be directed towards the Christian religion, you know, because that's the only religion, you know, I have an in-depth knowledge of, you know, and I know a lot about it. So, you know, when it comes to other religions such as Buddhism and Islam, and I don't really have a lot to say about that. So now I was born in a Christian family, you know, and, you know, growing up, I would often hear, you know, people, you know, or the pastor, you know, or the church mates saying that God loves everyone, you know. That's a common saying in Christianity, that listen, God loves us all, you know. It doesn't matter what you did, you know. It doesn't matter how much of a screw up you are. It doesn't matter how many drugs you've tried. It just doesn't matter. God loves you just as you are, you know. And you know, now growing up with this kind of religious programming, you would wonder, why does he end up becoming DeadMf, you know? And why isn't he a devout Christian, you know? Because you end up seeing the truth for what it is, you know? Because so many things don't add up, you know? So many things just don't add up in a religion like Christianity. Because you tell me that God loves everyone, but then when I look around, there's somebody begging in the streets, and yet I live in a safe home, you know? So, I mean, I get confused. If God loves everyone, why isn't he helping the beggar in the streets, you know? Why doesn't that guy have food to eat? Why was she born an orphan, you know? Why did she become a victim of sexual assault, you know? Why was his car hijacked and his father got killed, you know? If God loves everyone, because see, if you tell me that somebody loves you, then I would understand that that means that person wants the best for you, you know? That means that person wants you to be safe. That means that person wants you to have the best of everything. But clearly not, you know? See, God doesn't love us, man. You know? God doesn't give a shit about you. And if you're a Christian watching this, deep down you know this, you know? Because how many times do you pray and beg for God to help you, you know? See, man, I've had my own fair share of problems, you know? And then I would kneel down and pray to God so he can help me, you know? And then I started figuring out, nobody's answering me. Now, at church, they told me that when I do this, when I kneel down and pray, an answer from somewhere is gonna come down and I'm gonna get the help I need. But that never happened. So I abandoned God and I saw the world for what it is, you know? And oh no, I'm not saying God doesn't exist, because I believe he exists. You know, he exists so he can watch you suffer. See, God exists and he's evil, you know, because tell me this, if God doesn't exist, if God didn't exist, if God didn't exist, then surely this would be a just, fair world, which works by natural law, just a fair world, But for me to live, thousands or millions of chickens have to be slaughtered. For me to live, a cow has to die. Do you understand how sick that is? For me to live, another creature has to die. If you want to be rich, you do understand that another person has to be poor, right? So if God really loves us, why would such a system like this be allowed in the first place? Why? Why? And when you ask questions like this, Christians will tell you, oh no, everything happens, because it has a reason, everything happens for a reason. Is there a reason for somebody to go through sexual assault? Is there a reason why she was an orphan? I mean, you think about all of this, man. Slavery, Holocaust, all the massacres that have happened, Where was God? He was there, watching. See, man, you have to understand, man. See, when we go into the deeper aspect of this, you have to realize that there's somebody feeding off of this suffering that humanity as a whole is going through, Through your suffering, somebody is benefiting off of that. When the cow dies, I get a meal out of that, When you become poor, somebody gets richer. That's how this system works, When you work your ass off and you pay the bills, somebody gets rich off of that, That's how this system works, It works on suffering. So if this was a just world, surely no God would be above us. But now, because this is not a just world, surely there is something above us which benefits in each and every step of the way of the suffering that we go through, Because, you need to tell me why, because if you're a good person, you get stepped all over, man. You get stepped all over. See, good people don't make it. Good people don't become billionaires. No! Good people don't become billionaires, So if you think you're a good person and you're gonna become a billionaire, let me tell you, that's impossible. That's impossible. You're gonna have to be willing to cheat a lot of people. You're gonna have to be willing to even kill on certain occasions. That's the thing that most people don't tell you. In order to become a king, you need to dethrone a king. You don't just become king, So you're gonna have to cheat a lot of people. You're gonna have to take advantage of a lot of things, You need to become a predator. Now, this God is evil, and he punishes the good and rewards the evil. That's the world that we live in. And if I'm lying, you just need to take a look around if you think I'm lying, And if you look around, it's all the poor people who have good hearts, man. It's the poor people with good hearts, It's the poor people. It's the poor people who teach you to be humble. It's the poor people, So you may be listening to this video and you say I'm an atheist. I'm not an atheist. I believe God exists, but he doesn't exist for your benefit. He exists because he feeds off of what's happening, you know? He feeds off the evil that's happening, you know? That's why when you go through life and you take shortcuts and you cheat, you win, you get rewarded. But when you go through life, you know, going through the school system, getting a job, you know, working towards retirement, your life means nothing. You're just a slave. See, the world works in reverse, man. And that's what I tell a lot of people. If you want to find out how the world works, you just have to reverse everything you've ever been taught, and you'll find the truth. Everything you've been taught, just reverse it, and you'll find the truth, man. That's it, man. So what you gotta do in this life, do whatever it takes to survive. And remember, there's nobody looking out for you. This is a jungle, you know? This is DeadMf, and I'm signing out.